Welcome to the DJ's Daughter Podcast. It is I, your hostess with the mostest, Walla Smalls, providing you with interviews, original content, and stories based around the creativity of business and the business of creativity. Our seasons are called volumes, and our episodes are called tracks. Welcome to Volume 2, and stay tuned for the next track. Hello. Welcome back and welcome to the DJ's Daughter Podcast. It is I, your hostess with the mostest, Walla Smalls, bringing you track 8 entitled Mentor and Tribe. Yes. Now, before we even get started, y'all already know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and go ahead and hit that follow button if you're listening on any other podcast platform. That is the only way you're going to keep in tune and keep track with all the tracks on the DJ Daughter Podcast. You feel me? So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that follow button, and we're going to get this show on the road. Yes. So today's track is very personal, so to speak, but it's something that I've been yearning for and wanting for quite a while, is a mentor. So I've never really had like a legit mentor. I had a client who ended up like our connection was just so strong, and he was somebody that I took in as a mentor. Like the way he was living his life with him and his wife and what they had going on, I was like, yeah, like I aspire for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not no relationship goals, but like I do aspire for, this type of lifestyle. You feel me? Like, super cool guy, and he was also an Aries just like me. And so we had a lot of different things in common. It was like, yes, somebody who can understand where I'm coming from with X, Y, and Z, right? And not to be that zodiac person, but we just had a lot of similarities, right? And it was nice to be around somebody who can provide me with different resources that I wouldn't have had, a hand close to touch, you feel me, or even know about. Because you can only Google so much, right? I can easily Google top 10 business books, right, and read them. But it's different when it's coming from somebody who is getting to know you, who's getting to understand you, where you come from, where you're trying to go. And when y'all build that type of relationship, they'll be able to really like provide you with resources that are geared towards you, customized towards who you are and how you see things and all of that, right? And so that's where that came from. So that's always been like lingering within me. But like this year, it's really been like on the top of my radar, along with not building, but being a part of a tribe in our community of people who are like-minded like myself. You feel me? We have similar interests, our mindset. We're on that same type of path, frequency, if you will. People who enjoy what they do in their career. You feel me? Whatever that career is. You feel me? Because that's very important. Also, people who share my spiritual mindset, I would say, in my spirituality and certain my practices, as far as like meditation, believing in a higher power, right? Not saying we have to be the same religion per se, but like people who just share those main components of who I am, and they share that as well, and we can embark in collaboration, or we can just have a great friend group of people that you can really sit with and do a little bit of everything with, right? And not to say that I can't do these things with my family, my friends. No, not at all. I got my people. I got my support system 100%, and they are definitely a part of my tribe. But as far as like a friendship tribe, if you will, of people who share those same similarities and that can help you be a better person, you can do the same for them. I don't know if anybody has heard the phrase that, and I don't know the phrase verbatim, but basically it's about whoever you around, right? Whatever they got going on, whatever they do, you're going to do the same thing too, right? If you around 5 millionaires every day, all day, you're going to be the sixth one, and if you're around 4 to 5 people who are just doing nothing all day, you're going to be the sixth one, So it's really about the company you keep. And I've watched a lot of videos and read articles about people saying like, that's how you judge your outcome in life, by the people that surround you, right? And it's like, okay, that's fair. I definitely see that because I'm doing pretty well thus far in my life, and the people around me are also doing pretty well thus far. So it's good to know that I make good judgment of friendships thus far. But a lot of my friends are like there's like, I'm part of like different groups. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got a group over here, I got a group over there, different friends with different things. But I'm really ready to be a part of a tribe, a community of people where it's like, we all part of this one group, like it's not, I'm not just the one friend who's a mutual friend of this friend, like it's like, no, we're all in this together. And as I've grown in in life, right? But just growing up and going to school, because I moved out of my home state, you end up being like the new kid, right? So you're the new kid, and all the other kids done already spent elementary school together, partial of middle school and high school together. So they're embedded with each other, right? Which is cool. And not to say that I didn't end up, making some good friends from high school and college that are not still my friends now, but I don't have that like group chat of all of us, like, you know what I'm saying, and we all doing something together and we're all doing this. Like I don't have that. And so for me, like, I'm wanting that. Like, shout out to all my homegirls and homeboys. Like, they're people that I relate to, and we have the same interests and all of that, but like, we're not part of a group. Like, I would be the mutual friend they know. If they was to come to an event of mine, like, I'll be the mutual friend everybody knows. And so I'm wanting a community of people where it's like, no, we all know each other, we all talk to each other, we all have the same type of mindset. We can all go on a trip and actually go on the trip and not leave it in a group chat, that type of thing. But I also understand that, going back to the mentor portion, that finding a mentor, you're going to find a mentor through your network of people as well, which is why my tribe and building that and being a part of that is also important to me, because you become a resource to people and they become a resource to you in a good way. We're not using each other to abuse each other. We're pouring into each other so that we can all truly grow and expand and develop. And that's where I'm at right now in my life, where it's like, I've never been the person who believes like you can make it to the top by yourself or nothing like that. And this is not all just about being successful in a career. It's about living a truly abundant life. And these attributes add to that abundance of life. You feel me? Like, you can have all the money in the world, but if that's all you have, then you're kind of poor. I mean, you're rich financially, but you're poor in the soul. You feel me? And so no one gets anywhere alone. And I want to start creating that and being part of that now with other people as well. You feel me? Like, I got things I want to bring to the table. We always talk about what we bring to the table in our intimate relationships. We talk about our standards when it comes to our intimate relationships, but I'm not saying that it's not out there, but I rarely hear about what we bring to the table in our friendship, and what are our standards for our friendship. These are the people who influence your life, just like you influence theirs. And damn near, you might talk to these people every day, or at least enough time to where it's like you have to be you have to be a positive influence in this person's life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk to this person every day, you have to be a positive influence or a negative one. Either way, you're an influence nonetheless, right? And so I know how important that is. And then with the mentorship, that also adds to your personal development. Like, once again, you can only do so much by yourself. It takes people helping people for those people to get somewhere. And I'm ready to, let me not say I'm ready. I've always been open to help people. That's in my nature, for sure. Like, if I know something, I'm going to share it. I'm not a gatekeeper, none of that. A lot of stuff that I share with people is stuff that I found on Google. You know what I'm saying? But I'll just send them the link. That way you don't have to go looking for it. I gave it to you, And that's the part about community that I'm looking for. Like, we don't have to go looking for things. Like, we can just give it to each other, right? Like, we're not gatekeeping. And so with a mentor, they're living the life that you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got their ducks in order and they tigers in a row, like, whatever the case may be. But like, they're doing the damn thing, and they're able to provide you with that. Well, let me not say provide you with that, but they're able to provide you with resources to get you to that. They're able to help you change your mindset to really get to your goals and achieve them. Like, I just feel like there's so many different things that you can gain from having a mentor in your life, and also somebody who's going to help you not make the same mistakes that they made. I'm a big believer in learning from other people's mistakes versus me doing it. Like, I don't have to do that. I don't have to fail at that to know it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm also big on failing fast. And so it's like, the faster I fail, the more I'm going to learn, but also the further I am moving forward. But I don't want to waste time anymore in certain ways if I don't have to. And having a mentor, I feel like cuts down time in certain ways, because now you have somebody who is not necessarily telling you what to do, but you have somebody who is really like guiding you, or at least like help guiding you to your own self-discovery versus just being out here trying to figure it out all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to piece it together all the time. It gets kind of discouraging. You feel me? Like, damn, I can't do this all by myself all day, every day. And going back to the friend groups that I have, the people in my friend group, I am I'm one of two of us that, do creative media and all of that. And then on top of that too, we all work in different industries. Like no one friend of me we work in the same industry. So it's like, okay, cool. We can talk about different things and we can help each other out in different ways, but like, it has its limits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only go as far as here, because at that point, I can't speak specifically to what you do. I can only speak generally, and I'm looking to be around people that can speak specifically to what I do. I don't even know why I try to do all those S's when I know damn well I got a list. But anyway, we digress. So it's like, I'm looking to be around people I can really get feedback from. Like, because sometimes I find myself, and ironically, we were laughing about this at work the other day, because sometimes I find myself like sharing something or like a frustration I have with whether it's work or whether it's something on like the content side. And I share with my friends, and it's like, they get it, yeah, but like they don't get it, and I know that they won't, and I'm not expecting them to all the way, but it's like, damn, like I wish I can share with somebody my video editing frustration, who can understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, who can give me some pointers. Because that's another thing too, where I find myself being frustrated in the post-production process with certain things. And it's like, I gotta Google everything, which is fine. I don't mind, nor am I lazy enough to find my own information. But if you know somebody, you could just call and be like, yo, hey fam, I'm doing X, Y, and Z and this is not working. And they could just guide you through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they do it as well. So it's like, I just been thinking about all of that. But going back to work, we were laughing about it at work because we all agreed how, like, when we try to share with anyone who works outside of our company our frustrations with work or whatever have you, they'll just be looking or sounding, like, okay, like, never mind. Like, like, you get it, but you don't get it, because it's specific. It's too specific to what to my job, to where if I'm telling you, I got to break down what I do, where I work, and then break down a department just so you can understand why, like, it's like, that's too much work. So I'd rather just wait till I get to work and then, vent to one of my coworkers who get it, And so it's wanting to have more of that. And then on top of that, being that a lot of us work from home, I've been working from home for 3 years. Mind you, my company, we started off as being hybrid. You get like 2 days work from home and then the other 3 in the office. And so when you go from that to like fully, remote, it's like, yeah, you have your colleagues you can talk to via Slack or whatever messenger program y'all use. But like, it's not the same just to like, turn around and be like, hey, can you help me with this? Like, I can't do that. I gotta wait for your message. I gotta video chat you. I gotta share my screen. It's just so many different layers. And so it's like, I want a community of people. And once again, going back to my conversation with my homegirl, she agreed as well, where it's like, yeah, like, I got different friend groups, and it's not like I don't like my friends, nothing like that. But you're just, wanting something a little bit different. You feel me? So please comment below and tell me, like, do you all have a tribe of folks? And how did you get your tribe? Like, how did that formulate? Was it from grade school up until this point? Was it from high school, college? Where did you meet these people just, in your career somewhere? Like, please, y'all, share with me how, or if you have a tribe, how'd you end up, formulating that tribe? Because I really feel like it's super important to have a village of people. And I'm not talking about the, the the music group, you feel me? But another thing I was thinking about too, and this all came from my journaling. Another thing that I was thinking about was the phrase that says, it takes a village to raise a child. But even as an adult, you still need that village. You really, really do. We all do. Having a group of people who can really like give you constructive feedback, who can really who not like, but who really are supporting you. No envy, no jealousy. They really want to see you win. I want that. You feel me? And sometimes we think that the older we get, is we can't make friends, or it's hard for us to make friends the older we get. And I can see that too. I can see it because you get a little bit jaded. I don't know if I said this earlier, but like I tend to be a little bit picky and reserved about becoming friends with people in a certain way or whatever have you, because of like my past experiences. Like I had to realize, like, I've had some people in the past that I've allowed too much into my space, but that's my fault because I didn't create boundaries, And so now when I go to try to meet people, I tend to be a lot bit reserved until like I can really scope you out, because we may have the same type of mindset and interest and all of that, but the way you really think and move and live for real is like, it's not too similar, And so it's just, being precautious of everything, and then thinking about past experiences and not trying to bring those past experiences into your present, all that jazz. But like, it's so important for us as adults to have a village, like it's so important, whether it's a mom group, whether it's a book club, whether, just something for me to be a part of to help develop me to the next level. Because once again, you can only go so far by yourself. And like I just mentioned, like the mom group and the book group, that might just be one group of people. You know what I'm saying? It might just be a bunch of moms together who are there for each other, and they're also part of a book club. They meet up on Wednesdays. Like that's needed to know that you have some home girls or some home boys that you can depend on. Because a lot of times on this interwebs, all I hear about are the intimate relationships with other people. But what about the friendships and the mentorships? What about those? Because those are very, very important as well. Those don't just add to your overall career success. They add to like your overall personal development success. And I've really been in that type of wave. I mean, y'all seen from one of the tracks, I was talking about Clifton Strengths, right? A few tracks back, we talked about career and all of that, right? So like I've really been in the like development stage, just adding more to myself. And like I said earlier, I've reached my cap. Like I can only teach myself so much or go out there and search for things, and it's like, nah, like I want a mentor. I definitely want a mentor. Now, I don't know what it looks like to have a mentor nowadays, because I know some people do charge for their time, and I totally understand that. Like I totally get that. 100%, and so I'm just trying to figure out what avenue I want to go in. But ultimately, I really want to build a strong connection and bond with someone as my mentor. Like, even if I have to pay, whatever the case may be, I understand that time is money, but I don't want it to be just solely transactional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my mentor to end up at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I'm just somebody who appreciates long-term friendships and relationships. Like if you, I was about to curse. That's why I was definitely about to curse. I was gonna say, if you with the kid, nah. But if you, if you really support me, if you really value me and respect me, I'm gonna give you that same thing back. Like, I don't know if y'all see my tattoo right here, but it says loyalty, love, and respect. Like, those are part of my core values that I'm gonna just give people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not in it just for like a 1 day or 2 day. Like, I would really love for a mentor just to, carry out throughout life, so to speak. And if we can't, I get it. Like things happen. And I've also read, because I've been doing my research. I've also read that it's definitely okay to have more than one mentor, like a different mentor for different things. And I was like, would you look at this? It's a whole new world for me out here. So I'm just putting myself out there, and I'm letting the universe know that I'm open to learn and grow in a positive manner that's going to make me a better person for myself and in turn for other people. And if I can have a mentor who can guide me through that in the highest frequency, you know what I'm saying? I'm totally down for it. And as well as at being a part of and building a tribe and being a part of a community, all that sauce mixed in one. I'm definitely looking for that as well, because I'm not just trying to take from people. I definitely have value to bring to the table. Like I said earlier, like, we talk about what we bring to the table for our friendships. For our relationships, but not for our friendships. Like, what are your standards for your friends? Because who you're around is who you become. And so I want to be around thoughtful people. I want to be around creative people, people who don't limit themselves. Like that's something that's big for me. Like I'm not someone who limit myself. Like I don't believe in, oh, that's unrealistic. Like, because the things that I discuss sometimes, of the goals that I have, they're not unrealistic. They're very real. We can touch them. We can see them. We see people in those positions. We see people in those cars, those clothes, those homes. In these, we see people trapped. Like there is very much real, you know. And so I don't want to be around or be a part of people who are limiting themselves and put a cap on their life. Like I don't want that. You feel me? I know I did say I reached my cap on, teaching myself, but you're never done teaching yourself. But I am open, very much open to learn some good things from people that can add to the growth to my life, so that I in turn can add that to somebody else's life. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you pour into people, they're gonna pour into somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna pay itself forward 100%. 100%. And so that's my call out to the universe. But I've also been doing my due diligence as well on making sure that I can bring value to somebody. Like not just being able to take. What can you give? Huh? What can you give to another person, y'all? You feel me? So once again, comment below, y'all. Like, do y'all have a tribe? And what's y'all tribe like? Y'all, accepting new people? You feel me? And if you don't have a tribe either, have you been thinking about this? Like, are you out there like, I want to be part of a tribe that, like, or are you looking for a mentor as well? Or have you never even thought about mentorship until I brought something up? Either way it go, I need to hear from y'all in the comments. Tell me what y'all thought about today's track. Tell me what what pulled you in, what got you thinking like, talk to me. So I talk back, y'all. I really, really do. Like I said before on previous tracks, I really want to build up our community on the DJ Daughter podcast so we can talk with each other as well on live. Like I really want to talk to you all in live time and hear from you all in real time. So the more of us that speak up, the more amped I'll be to do some lives, because I don't want it to be just 2 of us on there, okay? I want it to be at least 10 of us. You feel me? At least 10 of us. Talk to me. Tell me what y'all feel about today's track. Once again, it's entitled Mentor and Tribe on the DJ Daughter podcast, track 8. Yes, Mentor and Tribe, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. And this is your hostess with the mostest, Walla Smalls. Subscribe to YouTube. Hit that follow button on any podcast platform. And I'm out.